Guys, at GMA 07 international event here at the weigh-ins. We got all the fighters here. We have 6 countries represented. Of course, we have Vietnam, we have Cambodia, we have Thailand, Malaysia, and Myanmar. And for the first time ever, we have a fighter coming all the way from Indonesia for the main event against Vietnam MMA icon Sin for the main event in tomorrow night's show. It's going to be an incredible event, an event that we've been looking forward to and planning for since the end of last year. We have fighters representing some of the biggest gyms in Southeast Asia, come from Thailand, Cambodia. Myanmar has a great presence in this weekend's event. They're bringing 3 fighters, one of the fights in the 55 kilogram division. We have a Myanmar fighter against a Myanmar fighter fighting for the belt, gods of martial arts, etched in the Burmese language. Every champion here who wins a belt in gods of martial arts, international tournament series here, has gods of martial arts etched in the belt in their native language, something that the world has never seen before. Very proud to be here at Gods of Martial Arts, a very innovative mixed martial arts promotion that it's a giant leap forward in the progression of mixed martial arts here in Southeast Asia. And here we're gonna have all of the international fighters coming, and we're gonna have some interview questions for them. Some of the things that we're gonna ask them, how's it feel here to represent your country, to represent your gym, and to represent your martial art here in Gods of Martial Arts this weekend. So we have a lot of different fighters. It's gonna be a fantastic show. Definitely encourage you to watch. If you're not able to be here live in person tomorrow night, encourage you to watch the live stream on YouTube, and you can also watch it, Gods of Martial Arts, on Facebook. Some big fights coming up this weekend. We've got a really good, very good fight between a Thailand fighter and a Cambodian fighter for the belt. That's going to be an interesting fight. A lot of interesting fights here. A lot of different languages spoken, a lot of different traditions. Remember, we have one of the more special things about Gods of Martial Arts is that we're truly celebrating ancient martial arts traditions. And what does that actually mean? We have a lot of ancient martial arts that hasn't really been brought to the international scene, and people don't really know a lot about that. Some examples. Of course, most people know what Muay Thai is. Muay Thai, the art of 8 limbs. You can punch with your hands, you can kick with your feet, you can knee with your knees, and you have the elbows, right? So it's a very ancient martial art. That's one of the more well known. And then, of course, we have Kun Khmer, which comes from Cambodia. Kun Khmer is very similar to Muay Thai. However, instead of emphasizing knees and kicks, Kun Khmer emphasizes the elbows, and they're a little bit more aggressive, right? Traditionally, in a traditional Muay Thai fight, you kind of, not until the 3rd round to where it really gets aggressive. Kun Khmer is not really like that. Kun Khmer, they become aggressive. They might knock someone out in the 1st round, where in a traditional Muay Thai fight, you won't see that. However, this is MMA. How are they going to adapt? How are these Muay Thai fighters going to adapt to the MMA scene, or to an MMA fight? Now we have Lethwei, which is the art of 9 limbs, which is perhaps the most brutal martial art in the entire world. What's the only rule? The only rule, no gloves allowed. You cannot wear gloves in Lethwei. And the 9th limb, what is it? It's the headbutt. You can headbutt people in Lethwei fights. So we've got these fighters who've done 60, 70, 80, 90, maybe even 100 Lethwei fights, and then now they're coming to fight an MMA fight against a Kun Khmer fighter or a grappler. What's going to happen? That's what's interesting about gods of martial arts, so because we can see how people adapt. How are you going to adapt to an MMA rule set when you've been fighting for no gloves for your entire career? So while GMA is some of these fighters' pro debut, they still have a lot of competition experience. So it's interesting to see how these ancient martial artists, they come in and they know the MMA rule set, which is basically, this rule set is pretty much the same as one championship. Pretty much one championship. So we're starting to see how all these fighters are adapting to MMA because they want to come and they want to win the belt. We got big prizes here at Gods Martial Arts. We have the belt, we have incredible media production, and we treat the fighters as celebrities, so they have a lot of motivation to learn MMA, to compete in Gods Martial Arts, and more importantly, we bring closer together the Southeast Asian martial arts community. A lot of fighters here. These guys have been preparing for a long time. As you can see, here we are in the ring. Interviews to start, and at any moment here. Of course, we do have some Vietnamese fights this weekend as well. Of course, Lethwei well represented. Lethwei also here. And Lethwei has been one of the biggest influences in martial arts here in Vietnam, and is really paving the way in a lot of ways for bringing the sport together here in Vietnam, and now providing a stage for Southeast Asian martial artists to come and fight MMA. It's an incredible experience. And instead of competing with other promotions throughout Southeast Asia, we're really bringing them in together. So, very excited to be here. Some of the more notable, let's talk about some of the more big teams, international teams that are here represented at Gods Martial Arts. One of the big teams is Cambodian Top Team. Cambodian Top Team came to GMA 05 just back in June. And Cambodian Top Team, very loyal to their ancient martial art of Kun Khmer. Kun Khmer, very important ancient tradition in Cambodia. Remember, this is the martial art that's very similar to Muay Thai, but they're more aggressive and they focus on the elbows. They brought 4 people last time, GMA 05, and they won 3 of their fights, losing only to the Vietnamese MMA icon, Sin. Sin will be fighting in the Indonesian this time. Cambodian Top Team comes here, and they will fight. They are providing 3 fighters, all of which are fighting for the Gods of Martial Art belt. Really looking forward to watching these guys. They are aggressive. Some of these guys have more than 100 professional Kun Khmer fights in their career, which is incredible. And they come here, and you can really see the Kun Khmer in their MMA strategy, because they're coming out with explosive elbows. That's what you should be looking for when you see a Kun Khmer fighter or a Cambodian Top Team fighter here at Gods of Martial Arts. So we have some other big teams that we have here. Are the 1990s MMA club, and they are out of Yangon, Myanmar. These are going to be your Lethwei fighters, okay? we have Diamond Win, who won GMA 05. He had a very interesting match against a Thai fighter. First round, he lost his first round. I didn't think he'd have much of a chance coming back. Came back in the second round and ends up winning via submission in the second round. One of the more incredible and notable fights that we've had in GMA International. He's here today fighting for the belt. He's going to be fighting against Samuel Kung for the 55 kilogram championship belt, which is already etched in Burmese because we know the winner is going to be from Myanmar. Also from 1990, also another fighter coming from 1990s gym is So Mozal. He had a #1 seed, so this was the first fight that he had to do this year in this year's international tournament series. And he's going to have a really good fight. And that's another guy to watch. Now we talked about the Myanmar fighters. We talked about the Cambodian fighters that fight Kun Khmer. Those are both ancient traditions. Now let's talk about Malaysia a little bit. The Malaysian fighters, a little more well-rounded. In the Malaysian scene, unlike in Myanmar, there's a really big amateur MMA scene, and there's a very established grappling scene. So lots of opportunities to compete for these guys. So that's why these fighters are a little bit more well-rounded and are more used to the MMA set. Yes. Okay. All right, here we are. And for those watching, can you state your name and the gym that you represent?
Tên của mình là Trần Nhật Long.
Okay. And do you know about your opponent? How are you going to win when you were in there, in the fight?
Thì trong trận đấu thì mình sẽ cố gắng cống hiến hết sức và khả năng của mình thôi. Yeah.
Okay, last question. What kind of statement do you want to make when you were in the ring? What kind of show do you want to put on for the audience?
Sao?
Em muốn trình diễn một cái trận đấu như thế.
Thì em thì sẽ nghiêng về thế mạnh của mình, phát huy thế mạnh của mình là nhiều và cố gắng làm tốt trong trận đấu của mình thôi. Yeah.
Okay, anything else you'd like to say?
Em muốn nói gì nữa không?
Mình chỉ muốn gửi lời đến đối thủ của mình là thi đấu được tốt.
Okay. Hey, can't wait to see you. All right, this was one of the Vietnamese fighters that we're going to see tomorrow night. We got 4 Vietnamese fights tomorrow. This is one of the guys you're going to see. A lot of good fights. We expect a lot of close fights. And for the championship belt fights, they're going to be 5 rounds of 5 minutes. That's what it takes to win a championship belt. We should have some international fighters coming any moment here. Remember, these guys are going to be fighting in this ring with the ropes. This ring, let's talk about this ring for a little bit. A little bit different than what you see in your normal MMA fight. A lot of fights like the UFC, you go into a cage to fight, right? In one championship, you're going into a ring, a boxing ring, right? Here we have a very special ring with ropes, so it's a very different atmosphere for the fighter that they have to adapt to. They have to adapt to when they're tangled up in the ropes. How does that affect your grappling? Do you need to pull them away from the ropes to get them down on the ground, or can you use the ropes to their advantage? It's really interesting to see how the fighters respond to these very unique conditions. Another unique condition thing that we have here at Gods of Martial Arts is the music, the atmosphere. We have the crowd is so involved in every single fight. It's almost like they're part of the show. The excitement cannot be overstated. Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube and you can watch it on Facebook and it feels great and it looks great, but there's nothing like being here at Gods of Martial Arts. It's absolutely incredible. We are waiting. In just a few moments, we'll be able to talk to the fighters themselves and see what they have to say and what it feels like to represent their country here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. What can we expect to see tomorrow night? We start tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Tomorrow night, August 2nd. We can expect to see some incredible displays of martial arts from lots of different styles, right? We've got, of course, Kun Khmer, we've got Muay Thai, various grappling. Now let's talk about grappling a little bit. If you're in the United States, okay, here we go. Okay, here's our next fighter. Okay, here we are, home.
Yeah.
Okay, how does it feel to represent Lethwei Phong in Gods of Martial Arts?
Cảm giác như thế nào khi em đại diện Liêm Phong trong giải đấu?
Dạ, em cảm thấy rất là vui và có sự phấn khích ở trong này. Khi đại diện cho câu lạc bộ Liêm Phong, em sẽ cố gắng chiến đấu hết mình cho trận đấu này.
Okay. All right, and what do you know about your opponent and how are you going to win your fight?
Em biết đối thủ của em là như thế nào mà làm sao em có thể thắng trận này?
Dạ, theo như em biết thì là đối thủ của em là một võ sĩ mà chuyên về Muay Thái, cũng đã từng đi đánh Thái Lan và rất nhiều nước, vừa có một chiếc huy chương vàng của giải cúp câu lạc bộ MMA Việt Nam. Thì em cũng đã tìm hiểu rất là khá kỹ về bạn và em sẽ cố gắng khai thác.
Okay, last question. What does this fight mean to you and what does winning mean to you here tomorrow night?
Trận này nó có ý nghĩa gì đối với em, với lại thắng trận này nó có ý nghĩa gì với em?
Dạ, trận này là trận debut đấu trường GMA của em. Em thì trận đầu tiên thì em rất là mong muốn có một cái chiến thắng đầu tiên là trong giải GMA này.
Okay.
Còn xong trận này thì em muốn leo hạng thật nhanh lên để tranh đai với Hà Thế Anh.
Okay, fantastic. Hey, can't wait to see you. Thank you so much. And there we have it, folks. This is one of the better fighters coming out of Lethwei Phong. Lethwei Phong has been around for almost a decade, paving the way for mixed martial arts here in Vietnam home. I know personally, and he has really improved his grappling skills and been able to kind of mix his striking abilities that he already had with his grappling skills so that he can be a better MMA fighter. And every time we see him fight, we can see those improvements, and his training is starting to show on stage. And we've got, there he is, he's excited. He's excited about these fights just as the rest of us are. Standing by here, we're just waiting for the international fighters to come. And we're gonna get to know every single one before tomorrow's show so that we can be connected to the fighters and the fights before the show even starts. Okay, back to the Malaysian fight scene, so we can kind of understand what what the different fighters' backgrounds in GMA come from, their experience and their opportunities, and what that means. Okay, so if you come from like a country like Myanmar, you don't really have a lot of opportunities to compete in MMA. It's getting better and better, but their international opportunities are somewhat limited compared to some of the other nations in Southeast Asia. For example, let's talk about Malaysia for a little bit. Malaysia, lots of different amateur MMA promotions, so they can get in 10, 15, 20 fights before they go pro. They have a lot of different grappling promotions. Oh, here we go. Okay, long loud. Okay, all right. Here's one of the top fighters that is going to be here from representing Cambodian top team. Okay, how does it feel to be representing Cambodian top team in this title fight?
យើងមានអារម្មណ៍ដែរថាយើងមកតំណាងក្លឹប Cambodian Top Team សម្រាប់ប្រកួតដណ្ដើមខ្សែក្រវ៉ាត់នេះ
សម្រាប់ខ្ញុំសប្បាយចិត្តមែនទែនហើយក៏ខ្ញុំតាំងចិត្តថាខ្ញុំនឹងធ្វើឲ្យបានល្អ
For me I'm really excited and happy to represent the team and I feel that I will win the belt tomorrow.
Okay, we're gonna win the belt. All right, what do you know about your opponent and how are you gonna win that fight?
យើងដឹងអីពីដៃគូខ្លះហើយយើងចង់ឈ្នះបែបម៉េចគេថាយើងអាចឈ្នះបែបម៉េច
សម្រាប់ដៃគូខ្ញុំគាត់ល្អចាប់អញ្ចឹងហើយបើខ្ញុំវាយប្រយោលវាយគាត់អាចឲ្យចូលស្លាប់ខ្ញុំនឹងវាយឲ្យគាត់ស្លាប់
So he said his opponent is really good, well-rounded fighter.
Yeah.
But he's going to try to knock him out.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about, man. Put it on a show. Okay, so what do you really want to show tomorrow night? Like, what is success for you? You know, you're here, you're representing Kun Khmer, you're representing Cambodian. What do you want the audience to see from you?
សម្រាប់យើងចង់ឲ្យពិភពលោកគេឃើញអីខ្លះពីយើងណាយើងចង់ថាបែបគុនខ្មែរឬក៏អីចឹងណា
បាទនៅពេលនេះថ្ងៃស្អែកនេះខ្ញុំនឹងបញ្ចេញអ្នកអស់ទាំងគុនខ្មែរទាំងជូជីស៊ូ MMA ខ្ញុំនឹងចេញអ្នកអស់ខ្ញុំមានបណ្ណាខ្ញុំចេះបណ្ណាខ្ញុំបញ្ចេញបណ្ដឹងឲ្យពិភពលោកស្គាល់ថាគុនខ្មែរចេះច្រើនក្បាច់មានច្រើនក្បាច់
So I said tomorrow he's going to put on a show.
That's right.
And he's going to showcase Kun Khmer to the world. And he's going to showcase his jiu-jitsu also.
Wow.
Yeah, to the world so that they know that Cambodia can stand with the best.
That's right. Hey, you heard it from the best. Folks, wait till tomorrow night to see Long La fight for the belt. We're going to see an incredible, brilliant display of Kun Khmer with those elbows and showing those grappling skills that Cambodia represents. Awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. And good luck. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Awesome, man. You heard it. Cambodia, they have so much pride in their ancient martial art of Kun Khmer, and that's one of the three fighters that we were just talking about. We're gonna put on a show. You know, when Cambodia top team comes, you can expect a show. That's for sure. We cannot wait to see them. Yes, we'll see some other folks here as they come in for the interviews. Yes. It's also, the Lethwei fighters are also very interesting to watch which might be the only martial art that's more brutal than Kun Khmer in Southeast Asia that I can think of. And remember, Lethwei is the art of 9 limbs. They're used to using their heads, and remember, it's bare knuckle. They don't have any gloves. No gloves are allowed. Lethwei. You can only win by knockout in Lethwei. And what is a knockout? A knockout is you're unconscious for 2 minutes and you can no longer continue the fight. This is the only martial art in the world that I'm aware of that has this rule. So if you're not knocked out for 2 minutes, your coach is pouring ice on you, slapping you in the face, doing whatever it takes to kind of wake you up so that you can continue the fight. Here we go.
Hey Zach, how are you?
Hey, what's up, man?
Good.
All right, here we are with Terence. And how does it feel to come from Malaysia?
I mean, I like it over here. Everything is set up so professionally compared to in Malaysia.
Okay.
So the crew fashion in airport, everything, the accommodation, everything. I think the setup over here is also pretty awesome with the media team and everything. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Okay, so you're coming from Malaysia.
Yep.
Here you are, and you're fighting for the belt.
Yep.
What do you know about your opponent, and how are you going to win?
Not much. I just saw a couple of his fights. He doesn't have a lot of like fight record in from what I researched. Right, he finished his opponent quite fast from the previous GMA. Hopefully, I can do the same to him.
Yeah, yeah, I hope so, man. It's going to be a great fight. And what does this fight mean to you? And what kind of show do you want to put on for the audience? The audience is going to be here. They're going to be in it.
I mean,
what does success mean to you?
I want to showcase my skill. Doesn't matter if it's striking or grappling.
Okay.
I want to be the better person in the cage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, man, do you have anything else while the world is watching you'd like to share? Maybe your coaches back.
Just train hard. If you want to be like really good someday, just train harder and work towards your goal.
Awesome, man.
All right.
Hey, man, cannot wait to see you, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
All right, thank you, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That was one of the Malaysian MMA fighters, and as Teren said, it's very obvious that he's a well-rounded fighter. Well-rounded fighter. That means he's good at striking, he's good at the grappling, and he's had a lot of experience. Easy to get a lot of experience in Malaysia because of all the amateur MMA promotions that we discussed, but also a lot of grappling promotions. You have ADCC, you have ASJJF, now you have Grappling Industries, and a few other smaller grappling tournaments and promotions throughout Malaysia that allow these fighters to become well-rounded. So the Malaysian fighters are a little more well-rounded overall compared to some of the other nations that we have participating here at Gods of Martial Arts. But that's what makes this interesting. How much does that matter? How much have these Lethwei fighters learned grappling and the other aspects of MMA to come in and be successful at Gods of Martial Arts? And how are they using? How much can we see the martial art that they're most used to, like Krav Maga in Cambodia, and how are they adapting? We just spoke with Long La from Cambodian top team. Cambodian top team, of course. These guys have had 100 fights, mainly Krav Maga, which is it's a striking sport. 8 limbs, focus on the elbow. And this is some of the first time that they've had to really learn grappling and some of the other aspects of MMA. So very interesting to see how these fighters will adapt. As we can see here, we've got Samuel Kung. He's a Lethwei fighter coming out of Yangon, Myanmar. This will be his debut at Gods of Martial Arts, but he's ready. He's the one that he's going to be fighting the other Myanmar fighter, which is Diamond Nguyen. They're fighting for that belt. No matter what, a belt's going back to Myanmar. The belt is going back to Myanmar, and I tell you what, the Burmese are proud. The Burmese are proud. It's really good to see that national pride that they have. Here. Should be coming up here very soon. He speaks pretty good English, and it's going to be an incredible fight. We're going to have 2 Lethwei fighters fighting each other on an MMA rule set, 1 championship rule set. How are these Lethwei fighters going to fight each other? Are they going to use grappling? Are they going to stick to their traditional roots? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? We're going to see tomorrow night. Yes. Looks like we've got, looks like they're interviewing over on the Vietnamese side. They're interviewing Diamond Nguyen. He was the fighter. He was the fighter who really lost his first round against the Muay Thai guy, against his Muay Thai opponent in GMA 05. But he came back in the second round, just completely dominated. He just dominated with grappling. and then ended up submitting his opponent. So you never really know what's going to happen in these fights. What's he going to do here? Both fighters seem pretty confident in their skills. We're starting to see what are some of the influence that Gods of Martial Arts is having throughout Southeast Asia as it applies to martial arts. And one of the things that we're starting to see is the adoption of grappling in these countries. They know. Here we go. Here's Diamond himself. We were just talking about Diamond. Easy on me. Easy on the old man, okay? Easy. Diamond Nguyen coming all the way from Yangon, Myanmar, representing 1990s MMA. We were just talking about your fight last time where you came back in the second round and to win, dominating with grappling. How does it feel to be here for the championship belt?
I'm so just little excited. Not much, because I have a lot of confidence, and my boss was trust me, and my whole team trust on me.
Yes.
So I have a lot of confidence, and I have a lot of power to whoever, anything, I'll fight, and I defeated. Exactly.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Love the confidence that's coming out of Diamond Nguyen. Diamond, what do you know about your opponent, and how are you going to win this fight?
He and me is same national, and we came from same country, and he and me, we are friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I don't talk to any hate words to my opponent.
Of course.
But he's a good boxing, and he play to control range, and I'm not worried because I'm a good grabber. I have a lot of jiu-jitsu.
That's right.
I believe my jiu-jitsu.
That's right.
Okay.
Awesome. So last question. What does success mean to you? What do you want to show the world tomorrow night? And what do you want to show the fans for what Diamond Nguyen represents? What is winning to you? What does it mean to you?
I show to all my fans and to my whole country. I show the best, and I do really good victory for me and for my club 1990 MMA, for my team, for my coach, for my friends, and for my boss, Siako Tianle. He is dentist.
Oh, really?
He is really good. This pen is not my pen, my boss pen. When he was fight MMA, so
wow.
So this is his signature, because this time he didn't came with us.
Okay.
I mean, some cases of passport. So,
Understand.
So this is his pen. So he is just only with me. So I have a lot of power.
Wow. And you're going to wear those during the fight?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fine.
What an incredible story. We love to see the national pride from Myanmar come here, and I think the Vietnam's learned a lot about Myanmar.
Yeah.
Just want to say that we appreciate you coming here, and cannot wait to see you fight.
Okay, see you.
All right.
See you,
All right, my
Myanmar.
man.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh, there's the man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, here we go. Now, this is his opponent, another Myanmar fighter. We have Samuel Kung. And how does it feel to be here in Vietnam, fighting for the belt?
Yeah, after weigh-ins, I feel very fine. Yeah, I feel okay, very okay. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And what do you know? What do you know about your opponent, and how are you going to win the fight?
I know him very well. Yeah, I will finish this fight with KO.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock him out.
Okay, that's awesome. I love it. All right. Also, okay. Last question. What kind of show do you want to put on? What does this fight mean to you? What does this belt mean to you? Do you want to bring it back to Myanmar? Do you want to display Lethwei? What does this fight mean to you? What do you want to show the audience?
Yeah, it's one of my big dream. It's gonna be life change for me. Yeah, that's why I will do everything with my best.
Okay, awesome. Hey, Samuel, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And it's an honor to have you here, and we love to see Myanmar represented in Gaza martial arts.
Okay, see.
Hello မြန်မာနိုင်ငံမှာရှိတဲ့ပြည်သက်များအားလုံးများမနေ့ပြန်မှာ GMA မှာကပတ်လူမဲ့စလိုင်းနဲ့ Diamond Win ရဲ့ပွဲကိုစောင့်ကြည့်ကြပါအောင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ 3MA ရဲ့ထွက်ပေါ်လာတဲ့မြန်မာကစားသမားတွေဘယ်လောက်စွမ်းလဲဆိုတာကမ္ဘာစင်မြင့်ထက်မှာကျွန်တော်တို့အစွမ်းပြကြမယ်အားလုံးကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်နော်
Okay.
Okay. Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. As we can see, a lot of national pride coming out of Myanmar. Those are the two fighters that will fight for the 55-kilogram belt with the Burmese Gaza martial arts writing etched. These belts come in a case. It's something to see, folks. Wait till you see it. All right, we got our next fighter. Right here, buddy. Okay. All right, for those watching, you speak English?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. All right. So, what does it mean? What's your name in the gym that you're fighting for?
Yeah, my name is Ho. I'm from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Da Nang.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you came from all the way from Da Nang to fight here. We just spoke with your coaches. They're excited for you to be here. What does it mean to be fighting in Gaza martial arts?
Có nghĩa như thế nào khi mà em đấu trong giải đấu này?
Ý nghĩa là nói là
Thấy đấu trong cái sự kiện này nó có ý nghĩa gì tới với em?
anh nói tiếng Việt không?
Đúng rồi, nói tiếng Việt cũng được.
Ok. Em cảm thấy rất là vui khi được đến một cái đấu trường lớn như thế này. Nó rất là phấn khích khi mà em được đến với nó. Đây là một trận debut nhưng mà em đặt nó là mục tiêu rất là quan trọng. Mục tiêu đó là một bước đệm lớn để em tiến xa đấu trường lớn hơn.
Okay. Last question. What does this fight mean to you? What do you want the audience to see? What do you want to show the world? Your skills?
Em muốn đấu trận đấu này như thế nào? Muốn khán giả thấy em là một võ sĩ.
Em muốn đấu một trận đấu như là một trận biểu diễn rất là hay để cho khán giả được biết đến mình nhiều hơn, được chiêm ngưỡng cái trận đấu của mình thật là cuồng nhiệt hơn.
Hey, awesome. Hey, thank you so much. It's great to see Renzo Gracie represented here.
Yeah.
And can't wait to see you tomorrow night.
Great to see you.
All right,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Yep. And there we have it, folks. This is the first fighter coming out of Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in Da Nang that's going to be fighting in Gods of Martial Arts. It's going to be one of our Vietnamese versus Vietnamese fights tomorrow night. Here we've got, back just right behind me, we got another Cambodian top team. Okay. All right. Okay. Now for the world watching, can you just say your name and who you fight for?
Em tên gì, em đấu cho giải đấu?
My name is Song Anh. Tôi chiến đấu cho câu lạc bộ Tăng Mentor Combat Club.
Okay. Fantastic. And what do you know about your opponent and how are you going to win the fight?
Em biết gì về đối thủ của em và em sẽ thắng trận đấu này như thế nào?
Em biết là đối thủ của em rất giỏi về striking. Nhưng mà em cũng sẽ chiến đấu striking với bạn.
Yes. Okay, fantastic. Last question. What does this fight mean to you and what does success mean to you in this fight? What do you want to show the world?
Em trận đấu này có ý nghĩa đối với em như thế nào và em muốn cho khán giả thấy được.
Trận đấu này rất quan trọng tại vì nó là trận debut của em, trận đầu tiên thượng đài của em. Em sẽ làm tất cả những gì mình có thể để chiến thắng.
Okay, awesome. Hey, thank you so much. We can't wait to see you in the ring tomorrow night. Okay. All right, thank you so much. Another one of our Vietnamese fighters. We just have a few more interviews here, folks. And we're going to see, tomorrow night's going to be a mix of lots of different types of martial arts. And it's going to be an incredible show. This is Gaza Martial Arts. This is only the 7th only the 7th event of Gods of Martial Arts, not even 1 year old. Gods of Martial Arts already having impact and influence throughout Southeast Asia as it applies to martial arts and how people train. And one of those things that as we've discussed, is the role of grappling. The role of grappling in MMA cannot be overstated. Very important to understand grappling, because no matter how good of a striker you are, it's not going to keep you from getting heel hooked or choked out or something like that. That is going to end the fight. That's one of the things that's interesting to see with our Cambodian fighters. Cambodian fighters are really heavy on the striking aspect of it. Of course, very brutal Khmer fighters. And they're already starting to adapt. They're cross-trained, they're learning grappling because they want to showcase, hey, Cambodia's got some grappling skills too. And that's very interesting to see. Looks like one of our next guest, our next interview is gonna be a Cambodian top team guy. One of the Cambodian top team guys, Rin Saroth, he has fought in one championship at least 6 times, and you can see, of course, that he's loyal to his ancient martial art of Kun Khmer, but he's really picking up the grappling in a way that impresses us. You know, he really impressed us with his grappling in GMA 5, just 6 weeks ago, and we're going to be able to see that. And how is he going to keep that up? Is he going to keep that up? And he's going to be able to win here at GMA 7 when the belt is on the line. Cambodian top team pretty confident. They have 3 chances to take home championship belts. And are they going to take home all 3? We'll see. We'll see. Their coach seems pretty confident about it. It's going to be really fun and interesting to watch. Cambodian top team coming out of Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia. And it's also where a lot of one of the bigger and most notable grappling gyms in Southeast Asia is also located. Here we go. Here's the man right here. Here's Rin. Yes. Okay. Okay. Sopena. Yes. Okay. So you won your fight last time. How does it feel to be here fighting for the belt?
អារម្មណ៍គឺរំភើបសប្បាយព្រោះអីនេះវាឱកាសលើកទី1សម្រាប់ការប្រកួត MMA ហើយនេះជាខ្សែក្បាត់ផងអញ្ចឹងគឺរំភើបខ្លាំង
He said he's happy and excited to be here fighting for his first MMA title.
Oh, that's great. Sopena Peng fighting for his first MMA title. What do you know about your opponent and how are you going to win?
យើងដឹងអីពីដៃគូយើងខ្លះហើយយើងនឹងអាចឈ្នះបែប
យើងដឹងថាគាត់ល្អចូលចាប់ហើយល្អវាយអញ្ចឹងយើងវាយយកបន្ទុកឬប្រយោលហើយយើងរក្សាទម្រង់ឲ្យយើងបានល្អ
So he knows his opponent is a good grappler and well-rounded fighter.
Okay.
So he will go in there and try to pick his shots and try to finish in whatever round he can.
Okay. All right. Okay, last question. What kind of show do you want to put on for the audience? What do you want them to know about Sopena Peng?
យើងចង់សម្ដែងអីបែបម៉េចស្អែកគេចង់ឲ្យពិភពលោក fan គេស្គាល់អ្វីពីយើង
ខ្ញុំនឹងប្រើក្បាច់ពិសេសហើយនឹងចង់ឲ្យប្រទេសដទៃទៀតឬពិភពលោកផ្សេងទៀតឲ្យស្គាល់ថាកម្ពុជាយើងក៏ខ្លាំងកម្ពុជាយើងក៏ខាង MMA នេះក៏ខ្លាំងដែរ
So tomorrow he's going to try to use a lot of special technique to put on a good show.
All right, man.
Because he wants the world to know that Khmer fighters can also do good in MMA.
It's incredible. Hey, that's what we were just talking about. We cannot wait to see this. You guys always put on a great show, Cambodian Top Team. It is an honor to have you guys here. Sapinapeng, honored to have you here. Cannot wait to see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, man. All right. All right, there you see it, folks. These guys want, these guys coming out of Cambodia, they want to show the world Kun Khmer. They want to show that, but they also want to say that, hey, we can grapple too. And we can come in and we can get on the MMA stage, we can go toe-to-toe with you in the fight, but you know what? We can grapple too. And that's what Cambodian Top Team is all about, and that's what makes Gods of Martial Arts even more special. It's such an incredible show. And having teams like Cambodian Top Team just emphasize how special that is. Okay. All right, we got Bobby here. All right, Bobby. Hey, it's your first time here. Your debut at Gods Martial Arts. How's it feel to come represent your club?
It's very excited for my debut here in GMA. So I hope can put in a good show for the tomorrow night.
Yes. Yes. What do you know about your opponent, and how do you plan to win?
I think mostly I watch them. I think all of them mostly is a striker. So, but I still plan to strike a bit with him, and I think we are more all-rounder with our game. So I will see any opportunity, I will grab the opportunity and win a fight.
Okay, great. Okay, last question. We've got, we're gonna have a big audience here, and we're gonna have a big showing on Facebook and YouTube. The world's gonna be watching. What do you want the world to know about Bobby after the fight? What kind of show do you want to put on? What does success mean, other than just winning the fight?
I think for me right now, just focus on my pro career right now, just the beginning.
Okay.
Can start from this Southeast Asia. For me, it's a good platform. After that, then let's see how I'll go through.
Okay, awesome. Bobby, hey, thank you so much. It's an honor for you to be here, and we can't wait to see you in the ring. We've been waiting a long time.
Thanks.
Thank you, man. All right. You just heard it, Bobby, coming all the way from Fight Fam, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It's one of the more well-rounded MMA fighters, as you heard him. This is his pro debut. He's had a lot of fights at the amateur level in Malaysia. Again, there's a big amateur MMA scene in Malaysia that he's able to get a lot of different fights from a lot of different opponents and skill sets. So that's one of the things that the Malaysians are bringing to this, and we can kind of see how that matches up with your Kun Khmer fighters and your Muay Thai fighters and your Lethwei fighters. So it's gonna be definitely an interesting show. Looks like we've got our next fighter we will interview is another guy from Myanmar, 1990s MMA club. You have a lot of national pride. Somo Zal. You've seen a lot of him. He's got an interesting story. He's on the same team as Diamond Nguyen. This is also his debut. Here he is, Somo Zal. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Here he is, the man himself. How does it feel?
Yeah, so good. Yeah, so good. Fine, yeah.
Yes.
I am ready.
Okay, folks, you heard it. He's ready for his fight. What do you know about your opponent?
Yeah.
How will you win?
Yeah.
How are you going to win?
ကျွန်တော်ရဲ့ opponent အကြောင်းကိုကျွန်တော်အဲ့လိုထိတော့မလေ့လာထားဘူး။ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီဘက်မှာကျွန်တော်အကောင်းဆုံးပြင်ဆင်ထားတယ်။သူပိုင်းသူဘလောက်နိုင်နေဘလောက်ရှင်ကျွန်တော်စိတ်ဝင်စားဘူး။ဒီဘက်မှာကျွန်တော်အကောင်းဆုံးပြင်ဆင်ထားတယ်။ Yeah.
Okay. Last question. What does this fight mean to you? Why is this important?
ပြင်မဲ့နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့အများကြီးတော့ထူးထူးမရှိဘူး။ဒီဘက်မှာကျွန်တော်တရားခိုင်လုံးနိုင်ရမယ်လို့ယုံကြည်တယ်။
Okay. Hey, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you.
Yeah.
Okay. Here at Gods Martial Arts, we have a lot of folks from a lot of different backgrounds. Not everyone speaks English, but they all speak one language in common, and that is the language of martial arts, the love that we have for martial arts and for this art. And what one thing that we all love is the camaraderie that comes together. Yeah, for a fight, for moments, they are enemies, but at the end of the day, we're all big one family, growing martial arts in this region of Southeast Asia. Who do we have coming up next? We've got still have a lot of interesting fighters coming. We're going to get to know some of them. We got one more Cambodian top team fighter, Rin Sarath. That was the guy who probably has the most experience on Cambodian top team. And he's fought and won championship at least 6 times. And it's going to be very interesting to see his fight. So we've got everyone here is just very excited about tomorrow night's fight. We've got some really good coaches coming here for the first time, and everyone is very impressed by the way that Gods of Martial Arts is presented, how Gods of Martial Arts treats the fighters. We picked them up at the airport. Everything is well documented, and everything is a show, and it's an honor to hear that feedback that we get from the fighters and the coaches, because we put a lot of effort into making sure that the fighters feel accepted and they feel valued here at Gods of Martial Arts. It looks like we've got our next fighter is Lau Yik Long. Now, Lau Yik Long, he finished his fight really quick in GMA 05. He's really an icon in MMA in Malaysia. Very well-rounded, very confident in his striking abilities, and he's very confident in his grappling abilities. And one of the most disciplined guys that I've seen. Here we go. Here's the man himself. We were just talking about you. Hey, here we are. This is going to be your second fight.
Yeah.
Finish your first fight really quick in GMA 05. What does this fight mean to you? What is this? How does it feel to be here to fight for the belt?
Yeah, for me, I just feel like nothing special because I fight a lot of title fight before. So this fight for me just like the other normal MMA fight. Yeah.
Okay. What do you know about your opponent, and how are you going to win that fight?
I could do some research, and I know my opponent is a very tall guy. He's a Muay Thai or kickboxing fighter. His striking is not bad, but I got confident I still can beat him up. Yeah.
Great, fantastic. Last question. We're gonna have a big audience here. We're gonna have a live stream on Facebook and YouTube. The world's gonna be watching.
Yeah.
What do you want the audience to know about Lau Yik Long after tomorrow's fight?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of show do you want to put on?
Yeah, I put on my everything, give everything I can do, and then I will try my best to knock him out or submission, but not decision. Yeah.
That's right. Well, he's not going to tell us too many secrets yet. We'll see him tomorrow night live here at GMA. Hey, thank you so much. Can't wait to see you. Yeah, there he is, Lau Yik Long, one of the most disciplined fighters that I've come across personally at Gods of Martial Arts. Can't wait to see him fight. Finished his fight really quick last time. He's going to have a little bit more of a challenge this time, but it's going to be interesting if he's going to finish the fight, or if he does finish the fight using either striking or grappling. Okay. And as you can see, he's pretty confident in himself. He has a lot of experience. He's here. This is just another fight for him. He's done tons and tons and tons of fights in Malaysia. Personally, I know a lot of his friends who he's inspired a lot of Malaysians to go pro and to compete in promotions such as Gods of Martial Arts and others, as he is kind of an icon in MMA in Malaysia. Looks like we've got our next fighter is a Vietnamese fighter, I believe coming from number 1 Muay Club, which is one of the better Muay Thai clubs here in Saigon, and they're always competing. You see these guys competing all the time, and now you're starting to see them in the MMA circuits, and it's great to see them. Here he is. Okay, and you come from number 1 Muay Club.
Yeah.
And your name, can you say your name for us?
Mình tên là Lưu Đức Mạnh, mình đến từ câu lạc bộ No 1 Muay Club của thầy Nguyễn Trần Duy Nhất.
Okay, and how does it feel to fight at God's Martial Arts tomorrow night?
Ngày mai em đấu ở GMA 07 lần này cảm thấy như thế nào?
Thì giải MMA 2 DFL của trước đó thì mình đã thi đấu ở tại giải này được cũng khá là nhiều trận rồi. Thì lần này đến thì thấy lúc nào cũng vậy, mọi người ban tổ chức rất là chuyên nghiệp, thì giải rất là ok, mình rất thích giải.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, last question. What do you know about your opponent and how are you going to win your fight?
Em biết gì về đối thủ của em và em sẽ kết thúc trận đấu.
Đối thủ của mình trận đấu sắp tới là một võ sĩ đánh đứng khá là tốt. Và mình nghĩ là mình sẽ không ngại việc đánh đứng với lại bạn ấy, mà sẽ có thể là một trận đôi công qua lại bằng striking.
Yes, awesome. Hey, thank you so much. We cannot wait to see you tomorrow night. Thank you. Yep, and as you can see, these guys, another Muay Thai fighter coming in to fight MMA. How is he going to adapt? How much grappling is he going to use? We're going to see tomorrow night. We can see, you're really starting to see a lot of progression in the Vietnamese fighters because they know that they need grappling to win. To win an MMA fight, you cannot abandon any striking or grappling. In mixed martial arts, you have to know both. You have to be well-rounded if you want to win a belt. And all of these guys here in Vietnam, a lot of national pride, a lot of progression over the past 2 years in Vietnamese martial arts. And it's because of these promotions that we have that are very popular, such as God's Martial Arts. Looks like we've got another Vietnamese fighter. Here we go. Here we go, representing Saigon Sports Club.
Nói sao vậy?
Okay. Team Vita.
Okay.
Okay. Your name and the gym you fight for.
Em nói tên với lại câu lạc bộ mà em đại diện.
Tôi tên là Cao Bá Thuần, tôi đến từ câu lạc bộ Sài Gòn Sport Club.
Okay. And how does it feel to fight in God's Martial Arts tomorrow night?
Cảm giác của em như thế nào khi mà sẽ đấu trận ngày mai tối mai?
Mình rất là háo hức và chỉ muốn lên sàn và đánh luôn.
Cảm giác đánh trong MMA như thế nào đó với
Thì mình rất thích đánh MMA bởi vì MMA nó rất đa dạng để mình trình diễn những kỹ năng của mình. Mình rất là thích.
Okay. What do you know about your opponent and how are you going to win your fight?
Em biết gì về đối thủ của em và em sẽ kết thúc trận đấu.
Mình biết đối thủ của mình cũng là một đối thủ khá là mạnh nên mình đã chuẩn bị tập luyện và mình cùng với ban huấn luyện của mình đã chuẩn bị ra một bài toán đã có câu trả lời vào ngày mai.
Awesome. Hey, we can't wait to see you tomorrow night. Good luck.
Yes.
All right. All right, you heard him. You heard him. This guy coming, representing Saigon Sports Club, one of the bigger gyms in Vietnam and certainly Saigon. Coming in to fight. You know, he's Saigon Sports Club. They offer a lot of Muay Thai and striking training, and they just, if I believe, they really have a great program to learn MMA. That's right. It's going to be interesting to see how Saigon Sports Club performs here at God's Martial Arts here tomorrow night. This is Ren Saroth here. We can see Ren Saroth right behind us. This guy has got so much experience. Nothing phases this guy. And it's going to be, I was quite impressed by his grappling, to be honest with you, because he's traditionally, his grappling, it's not as strong as his striking, because he's got, 120 Kun Kama fights in his career professional. Not as many, but he still has a decent amount of professional MMA experience. But it really does seem like he's taking his grappling seriously, as we could hear from his coach, Mr. Hun Chunrich. And so we're going to see him just in a few moments. His coach will be here to help translate, but this is going to be a real fight. Ren Saroth, where a belt is on the line. Cambodian top team, 3 fighters in this championship fight. They have a chance to take 3 belts home. They're confident they can take all 3 belts home. Are they going to take all 3 belts home? We'll see. Because they've got some tough fights, and they better bring their best, and they better have both grappling and striking if they want a chance at taking those 3 belts home. Is it going to happen? We'll see. I tell you what, it's going to be very interesting. Who do we have next? It looks like, yes, Ren Saroth is going to be up, and then we're going to have Boss. Boss is going to be coming. He's coming out of Thailand, one of our top fighters coming from Thailand. Really interested to see how he performs. Very honorable person, you can see, very disciplined. Boss, we're going to be interviewing him in a second. Competes at the pro level at ADCC in grappling, so you know that he's going to bring not only his striking, but he's going to bring some grappling skills as well. That's very important to MMA. So very interesting to see. Very interesting to see this fight, and it's something that really makes Gods of Martial Arts what we stand for, right? In just a few moments, we're going to see Ren Saroth over there interviewing with the Angels. In just a few moments. Here we are. This is GMA headquarters, but it's also the place of Lian Phom. So we see a lot of Lian Phom fighters coming around. Yes, a lot of Lian Phom fighters. They lots of pride, a lot of camaraderie, and when it comes to Lian Phom, I really love to see those guys fight. And I've had the honor of training with them myself, which is a really good experience, and it's an honor to do so. Yes. See one of the fighters checking his weight now. This is always, the day before the fight. You've got these fighters. They've been cutting weight for the last week or so. We made these guys weigh in. You had to weigh in 3 weeks before. You had to weigh in 1 week before, and then now today is the official weigh in. And so this is a day of, weighing in. You can eat, you can drink, you can kind of gain your weight back and recover for the fight tomorrow night. And looks like we've got Ren Saroth coming. Will be our next guest. And his coach, Hun Chunrich, Mr. Chunrich. Mr. Chunrich has done a great job of leading Cambodian top team in their progression as they are coming in. Here we go. Oh, And here we are with Rin Saroth, the guy who's had 120 professional Kun Khmer fights, and he comes back to GMA to fight for the belt. Rin, how does it feel to be back here, Gods of Martial Arts, to fight for the belt?
មានអារម្មណ៍មិនដែរដែលយើងបានមកកម្មវិធី GMA នេះដើម្បីមកទៅដើមសាយគាត់
បាទគឺជាដំបូងខ្ញុំសូមអរគុណដល់ពុកម៉ែបងប្អូននៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាហើយទី2សូមអរគុណដល់កម្មវិធីម្ចាស់រៀបចំនៅទីនេះផ្ទាល់ដែលគាត់បានផ្ដល់ឱកាសឲ្យកីឡាករគ្រប់រូបមិនថាកីឡាករបរទេសមិនថាកីឡាករកម្ពុជាគឺគាត់តែងតែផ្ដល់ឱកាសឲ្យមកប្រកួតដណ្ដើមខ្សែក្រវ៉ាត់មិនថាប្រកួតលក្ខណៈជាតិមិត្តភាពគឺគាត់ដល់ការប្រកួតនេះរហូតអញ្ចឹងគឺខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍សប្បាយចិត្ត
So first he wants to thank the fans in Cambodia for supporting him. Second, he wants to thank GMA for giving the opportunity not only to him but to all of the fighters on the fight card to be able to compete and represent their countries. And third, he's very excited to be here to fight for the belt.
That's great. That's great. Now that you're fighting, what do you know about your opponent, and how are you going to win your fight?
យើងដឹងអីពីដៃគូយើងខ្លះហើយគាត់ថាយើងអាចនឹងឈ្នះបែបម៉េច
បើដៃគូប្រកួតរបស់ខ្ញុំបើនិយាយទៅការឈើកម្រិតពីចម្ងាយហើយនឹងការចូលចិត្តគឺគាត់ល្អស្មើគ្នាក៏ប៉ុន្តែគឺខ្ញុំអាចសង្ឃឹមថាមិនថាដួលមិនថាឈើវាយគឺខ្ញុំនឹងមានប្រៀបជាងគាត់ច្រើន
He said his opponent is really good at standing up and on the ground as well. So he's a well-rounded fighter, but he's confident if the fight is standing, he will have the advantage. If the fight goes to the ground, he will still have the advantage.
Okay. Awesome. Last question. The world's going to be watching you. We have a big audience here. We have Facebook. We got YouTube. The world's going to be watching. What do you want the world to know about Rin Saroth after your fight tomorrow?
ពិភពលោកនឹងចូលមើលទាំងអស់គ្នាអញ្ចឹងយើងចង់ឲ្យពិភពលោកគេដឹងអីពីយើងឬក៏ស្គាល់អីពីយើងខ្លះស្អី
បាទជាដំបូងគឺខ្ញុំចង់ឲ្យពិភពលោកឲ្យគេបានដឹងថាកីឡាករកម្ពុជាមិនត្រឹមល្អបដាគុណខ្មែរទេគុណចម្រុះការប្រកួត MMA គឺសិតតែកីឡាករមានសមត្ថភាពទាំងអស់មិនថាខ្ញុំផ្ទាល់មិនថាកីឡាករកម្ពុជាគ្រប់រូបគឺសិតតែអ្នកហាត់រៀនស្នៀតក្បាច់គុណចម្រុះនេះទាំងអស់អញ្ចឹងគឺពួកគាត់មានសមត្ថភាពអាចចេញប្រកួតនៅឆាកអន្តរជាតិបាន
So first he wants the world to know not only about Kun Khmer but that Cambodian fighters are also good in MMA and has the ability to compete in the international stage. Not only him, but other Cambodian fighters as well.
Yes, that's great to see. We've seen you win championship. We've seen you here do a great job. We cannot wait to see you tomorrow night. Hey, thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hey, you heard it, folks. Thank you. Oh my gosh, sometimes I just need some water. All right. So you heard it, you know that these Cambodian fighters, they want the world to know not only about Kun Khmer, but they want the world to know that they can compete. They can compete on the world stage in MMA. Now we've got Boss. Boss, come on over here. All right, here we go. Here we have Boss, one of the most anticipated fighters here in GMA 07. This will be your debut here at Gods of Martial Arts. How does it feel to be here at Gods of Martial Arts, representing your team?
First of all, I'm really honored to be fighting in this promotion, in GMA promotion. It's gonna be one of the best place that I'll fight. It's from the past. Now I'm very excited to be here. I'm ready to fight tomorrow night.
Awesome, and we're ready to watch you. We cannot wait to see you, and we know your team really cares about you and has really been training you for almost the past decade. What do you know about your opponent tomorrow night, and how are you going to win your fight?
First of all, it's an honor to fight him because he's a very experienced MMA fighter, also has a lot of background in striking. So me and my team has been preparing well for this fight. We have game plan and we train a lot of repetition on it. So I think it will be a good fight, and I'm gonna make it entertaining for everyone to watch.
Yeah, we can't wait. Last question. What kind of statement do you want to make to the world when they're watching? What do you want them to know about Boss at the end of your fight?
So I want to show my world about how I've trained, right? All the things that I've been doing for the past tens of years of training martial arts. It's gonna show, it's gonna come out. And ขอบคุณมากครับชาวไทยทุกคนที่เชียร์แล้วก็ติดตามนะครับพรุ่งนี้ผมจะทำให้เต็มที่
Awesome, hey, you heard it from the man himself. Hey, watch tomorrow night. One of the best fights tomorrow night here with Boss. We'll see you. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Yes. All right. We can see. Good job, man. All right, so you heard from the man himself. His coach is very proud. They've been training him for the last 10 years. This is one of the biggest fights of his life, and this is his debut here in God's Martial Arts. Next up, looks like we've got Brando. Brando is coming all the way from Indonesia. First Indonesian fighter we have at God's Martial Arts. Not part of the international tournament series this year, but they will be next year. This year, we have four countries. Of course, last year in 2024 was the first year that God's Martial Arts was on the scene. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Brando himself. Here we go. Here we go. We got Brando. Now he's gonna be in the super fight fighting against Sin, which is an icon here in MMA. Brando.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be here at God's Martial Arts, the first person from Indonesia?
Yes, saya dari Indonesia, saya sampai ada di Vietnam. Ini adalah salah satu kebanggaan saya juga karena saya bisa salah satu dari Indonesia yang bisa mewakili pertandingan yang ada di Vietnam. Kemarin juga ada pertandingan bola antara Vietnam dan Indonesia, skornya 1-0. Tapi di sini saya ingin berusaha lagi akan menunjukkan dari cabang olahraga MMA, saya juga bisa menunjukkan bahwa petarung Indonesia, bangsa Indonesia juga bisa menjadi yang terbaik. Terima kasih.
A lot of pride. You can hear it in his voice how excited he is to be here. What do you know about your opponent?
What?
The man you fight?
Yes.
How will you win? How will you win?
Saya petarung stand up.
Yeah.
Dan saya juga bisa menguasai grappling, dan saya adalah salah satu petarung yang lumayan lengkap juga dari Indonesia. Saya akan nanti malam saya akan menunjukkan bagaimana pertarungan terbaik saya kali ini.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hey, we'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Yes.
All right, man.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes. So Brando, also a very well-rounded fighter, has a lot of striking experience in Salat, Wushu. So he brings a lot to the table, and he's also a pretty good grappler. He's going to be fighting. He's going to be fighting against Sin from Lian Pham. We've seen Sin do great things over the last year. He's really improved his fighting skills as MMA professional, and we're going to see him fight Brando, who came all the way from Indonesia just to fight Sin in tomorrow's main event at GMA 07. We just have a few other fighters we've got to interview, and then we'll have and then the anticipation will build further in tomorrow's show tomorrow night live here at GMA Arena. So looks like we've got Sin coming up soon. He's certainly an icon and a big inspiration to the rising MMA fighters here in Vietnam. Let me get some water. Okay, so Sin, he's coming here. He's probably the poster child for Lian Pham, and incredible grappler. And this is a perfect example of a martial artist. He doesn't just train here. He goes around the city. He finds the best grappling coaches, the best striking coaches. to make sure he is best prepared for every fight that he enters. You should have seen the last one. The last fight he had was also the main event. He had to fight against a Boca Tour undefeated champion, a guy who won 2 Boca Tour titles, which is very similar to MMA. He was fighting against a guy by the name of Achi Chanrich, and he won via knee to the ribs knockout in the first round. It was insane. Like, every single event we have here at Gods of Martial Arts is just complete insanity. It's incredible. We don't know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. Here at Gods of Martial Arts, we're waiting just in a few short moments. We get to hear the words from Sin himself. It's going to be very exciting. We cannot wait. I mean, you just see the crowd erupted last time. I mean, it was just so much energy. You can see the national pride that comes from Vietnam. We are in Vietnam, of course. And so a lot of national pride from all the countries that we see here. And it's just really nice to see the blend. All these countries' national pride and the pride they have in their respective martial arts and what they bring to the stage here. Of course, yeah, I'm here and I love to see and I love to work with the Vietnamese fighters. It's always good to see the Vietnamese fighters do well on the international stage. And here's the man himself. Here's the man himself from Lean Foam, Sin.
It's Michael.
A true icon, a real icon in MMA and inspiration to young Vietnamese fighters.
Thank you.
Sin, we've seen you do so well in the super fight in GMA 05. What an incredible finish. Oh my God. How's it feel to be here and do a super fight against the first Indonesian fighter at Gods Martial Arts?
Yeah, I feel it's 100% energy.
Yeah.
Energy, yeah. Yeah, and I'm super excited for this fight.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. How did you train for this fight?
Yeah, I prepare for wrestling more than the last fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you know about your opponent, and how are you going to win this time?
I think he's well-rounded. He's very good in own area. Yeah, striking, wrestling, and BJJ, I think so.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, he's very good. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Last question. What does success mean to you in this fight? What do you want the world to know about Sin after this fight?
I want the world to know me about the fighter aggressive.
Yes.
Yes, and the freestyle fighting. Like,
awesome.
Yeah, just like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Hey, man, can't wait to see you tomorrow night, man.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. Thanks for always putting on a good show. Yeah. All right. So that was the real true Vietnamese MMA icon, true inspiration to all rising fighters in mixed martial arts here in Vietnam. We can't wait to see him. He had an astounding finish last time with a knee to the ribs, beating Achi Chanrich from Cambodian Top Team, the only Cambodian Top Team fighter not to win his fight last time. It's just really interesting. Here at GMA headquarters, anything could happen. Okay, we've got an incredible show for you guys tomorrow night, and we've got a display, 6 countries represented. We have almost 10 ancient martial arts represented, to include Vietnam's Vo Việt Nam. And we are going to be live tomorrow night on Facebook and YouTube. You can see the live stream